Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining me again at the final stage with this Dash 8 project I've been working on. You saw in previous videos the results of my mechanical restoration, and today I did the cosmetic restoration, cutting, installing, or first painting, then installing new handrails. It was something else. This really kind of broke me. I'm a little shaky right now after all the work and fine eyesight required and all that, but it's done, and I'm pretty happy with it. It's not perfect. If you look really close, when I was cutting the handrails from the sprues, it was very difficult to get the. I tried to trim the flash from the cuts, but it's a little rough. But you can barely tell. There's the back handrails. And yeah, so it's done. Oh yeah, we got a horn too. So you see I got a horn on the top. It's not the perfect 3-chime horn, I believe, was a standard for these. The only thing I could find was a 5-chime. But these models are so small you can't tell, in real life from a couple feet away. So come around this side. Yeah, there you go. The one of the issues I had with the handrails was I got them off eBay. I assumed, being the seller's description, that they were original Atlas handrails, but I suspect these were possibly reproductions made of styrene, because as you'll see in a minute when I show you the workspace, the yellow was is an acetone based paint. I used a flat aluminum for the handrails, Tamiya, which is water based. That went really smooth, didn't affect the plastic at all. But the the acetone based paint that I used for the handrails, because I wanted to get the correct yellow, and they're calling this Santa Fe yellow, it brittleized the plastic. So I had a pretty severe issue. It really staggered me on the rear here. You can see in the bottom, I don't know if you can see the joint there. I don't know if I can get the camera at the right angle here. But anyways, I broke, when I was doing the trimming, the bottom part, I broke a whole section away of the handrail because the paint really brittleized it. But I managed to get it back together, did a little micro CA job on it, and so we got that back together. So it looks pretty symmetrical and uniform now. So that's how that went. It looks a lot better. It's going to be a lot more fun to run now that it looks complete. So let me go to the work area here, show you what I was dealing with. Go to the kitchen table. And so here's the sprue that the rails came on. I don't know if you can see the bag. The bag, it came with 2 horns. I only needed 1, but you can see, I mean, they're really tiny to work with. So I primed and painted that up with the Tamiya there. And then here is the acetone based Santa Fe yellow that I used on the front and back hand grabs. So yeah, this took me I spent about, a good 4 to 5 hours on this project. And I also managed to, while I was waiting for some paint to dry here, I kind of fixed the color on the cliff walls. I didn't like it. It was a little too grayish red on this layout, so I kind of fixed that color a little bit. Added a rock to the top of this pinnacle in the front. I don't know, it just looked weird, kind of incomplete before. If you've seen this layout in other videos, earlier videos of mine, the rock itself is made out of pine tree bark. That rock on top is pine tree bark. So got that done. So I there's just a couple projects I'm trying to knock out before the weekend comes. Actually, I had a third one. If we go back to the layout over here, you saw the Dash 8 on. I don't have the mountain on there right now. I did this last week, and I tried to lighten it up a little bit by coring out some foam in the middle of the mountain base. It helped a little. I removed maybe 3/4 to a half pound of foam. And also here, you'll see this cooling tower. I can't remember if I showed this before. I got this at the train show for a couple bucks, but it doesn't work on any of my layouts. So what I'm going to do is, you can see those pine trees laying on the ground there that I plucked out of this area here. So I'm going to cut this down and kind of kit bash it, place it there. I need to cut it down so it's only about 4.5 inches tall. It's a bit too tall right now, but I'm going to turn that into a stamp mill house in the mine scene there. So there's going to be a stamp mill house right here in this area, which should complete the mine scene. I'll find another place to put these trees, clean things up, and she will be good to go, and I'll call it good. Alright guys, thank you for catching up with me this week on this vid. And maybe we'll see you this weekend after the stamp mill is completed. Alright, have a great rest of the week, everyone.